game time decision for the Redskins. I had Joel Klatt of Fox Sports on my show just yesterday, actually Friday, and he said that there's a rift between management and the coaching staff over Dwayne Haskins. And it was in the draft room, and is currently right now. And then the Washington Post, Ian Rappaport, reporting later on Friday that if Gruden loses today, he could be out of a job. What do you know, sir?
Yeah, my understanding, Rich, is that is not happening. Talked to several people very much in the know with the Redskins. They say Jay Gruden's job does not hinge on today's result. I said, what about the rest of the season? No one ruled out a move potentially later in the season. It is clear Jay Gruden is on the hot seat, but from what I understand, nothing is expected to happen today. As far as Gruden himself, I know people talk about potentially staff changes. My understanding is he is slated to ride it out with the guys he has. They could potentially look at making a quarterback move. That would be something to consider if Case Keenum comes out and has the turnovers he did last week. But as far as Gruden's job, I'm told today he is okay.
All right, Ian, thanks very much. Appreciate that. Now time to read and react right now. And we start with Michael Irvin. Oh, yeah, this is what happened after the Cowboys shocked the Saints last year on Thursday Night Football, week after Thanksgiving. Irv's voice is finally just now recovered from it. So, Irv, you'll be full-throated in this answer to this question. Who's going to have the bigger game tonight, Zeke or Alvin, sir?
Listen, I'm telling you, I was there. You see that, and what I saw was incredible. I saw Leighton Van Der Esch, a.k.a. Wolf Hunter, and I saw Jalen Smith, a.k.a. the Predator. I saw them searching, seeking, hunting, and destroying Alvin Kamara. He had 36 yards rushing and only 36 receiving. I see more of that today. And Ezekiel Elliott, he's just rounding into shape. He'll be doing exactly what he needs to do today. Take a Zeke having a big day. Take those linebackers searching, seeking, hunting, and destroying, Rich.
All right, Irv, that's a read and that's a react. No question about it. Vikings are in Chicago, Steve Mariucci, facing a Bears team that has just been absolutely lights out on the defensive side of the ball. Second best scoring defense in the league. Kirk Cousins is 2-10 against such teams in his career. Mooch, does Cousins have a chance today against Khalil Mack and the monsters of the Midway? Mooch?
Thank you for that, Rich. Yes, he has a chance. You know what? This Bear defense is tough on every quarterback that they play against. Kirk Cousins lost to these guys twice last year, but the one in the Windy City, you know what? He threw a pick six, and he threw 30 targets to Thielen and Diggs, and only 12 rushing yards to Dalvin Cook. We got to hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook. He's got 100 yards rushing in his first 3 games, so he's got a chance to be better against these guys in Chicago. If he just hands the ball off a little bit, that pick six led to the loss 25-20 game. But you know what? This is going to be a good one, Rich. I'm telling you, take care of the ball and hand it off to Dalvin Cook, Rich. Take it.
All right, to borrow a phrase from the great Boomer and TJ, Kyle Allen from Desert Mountain High in Scottsdale, Arizona. Kurt Warner knows all about that place. He also knows about actually throwing for 6 touchdowns in each of his first 2 career starts. Kyle Allen did it, the only other individual to do it in the history of the NFL. Kurt Warner. Kurt, what'd you see from your acolyte last week, sir?
Well, I tell you what, I did coach at Desert Mountain High School. I wish I could say I helped Kyle Allen get here. Didn't coach him a lick, so I can't take any credit whatsoever. But what I saw from this kid was not just a guy that was going out there and dinking and dunking and making some small throws. It was a guy that was making some big-time throws. Check this out here, this timing. When he lets this go, watch him, he turns around. I mean, he is throwing it at the back of the 2 and the 0, trusting his guy. Bang, his guy comes underneath for the big play at the end of the half. And now we're going to see an all-out pressure by the Cardinals, okay? We're not going to let the young guys sit back and just make throw after throw. So they're bringing an all-out blitz. Watch this. That quarterback athleticism. Slide away from the pressure. And watch this dime that he throws on the run, on the money, where only his guy can catch it. You said it, Rich. 6+ touchdowns, 2-0 to start his career. Not Brady, not Rodgers, not Mahomes did that, but Kyle Allen did that. I'll tell you my bold predictions how I think he's going to respond today. But let's go out to Indy and MJ Acosta, where we find another young quarterback playing pretty well. MJ.
Well, and Kurt, head coach here, Frank Wright, played it close to the vest on Friday when it came to T.Y. Hilton's status. When I did ask Hilton about it in the locker room, he chuckled and said that decision was all up to his coach. But he did tell me that he was feeling good after not participating all week with that quad injury. And although he is a game-time decision, Hilton stressed to me the poise and talent of this receivers group. Actually, it was Deion Kane and Paris Campbell standing right next to us when Hilton spoke of their development. Of course, high praise from your team's top receiver is enough to get anyone hyped before a game, and we cannot discount the playmaking ability of tight ends Eric Ebron and Jack Doyle here. But let's head over to Detroit, where James Palmer has more from the Lions locker room.
Well, thanks, MJ. Matthew Stafford spreads the football around. Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo believes this is the best group of quarterback and skill position players they've gone against this year. Tyrann Mathieu told me last week they only had to worry about Lamar Jackson looking in the way of just two guys. But with the Lions, it's Danny Amendola, it's Kenny Galladay, it's Mark.
Stadium right now. Kim, take it away.
Good morning, Rich. This will not surprise you. Daniel Jones' Giants teammates spent part of the week raving about him. Tight end Evan Engram told me Jones is such a competitor. He saw it on the basketball court in a mean game of horse. Evan said Jones beat him on a crazy three-pointer. And then there's second-year guard Will Hernandez, who took me into the huddle last week for that game-winning drive. Hernandez said that Jones had to have had a million things going through his mind, but he made sure all of us knew what we should be focusing on. That's pretty impressive for a rookie. Rich?
Well, the headline was "There's a new man in town, M-A-N-N." That was a headline in the New York Post last week, and we're piling on too. Piling on too.
Don't do it.
Look how long it took Eli to reach career milestones that it took 4 mere NFL quarters for Daniel Jones to reach last week. Sorry, Eli. You know, it's just, it is not right. It is not right. But numbers are numbers, and that start was unbelievable last week. Kurt Warner, you have the floor.
Well, I mean, coming from 18 down, and we really wondered how would this offense look different, and we knew he could run fast. But it was the quarterback athleticism that really changed the complexion of the thing, and you're going to see it right here. Pressure coming to him. Doesn't panic, doesn't have to run. Watch how he just buys a little bit of time, Rich. I'm just going to slide away from it and make a big play down the field. And you saw this over and over and over again. Right here, you got the pressure coming from the backfield. Got to be able to feel the pressure, slide up, get outside. Once again, eyes down the field, gets his body turned, makes a nice throw down the field, setting up a touchdown right there with Saquon Barkley, and we're going to see it a third time. This is what it is. Quarterback athleticism, the ability to buy and manipulate the pocket and make throws down the field. Here's another big dime, as they're calling him, Danny Dimes.
Oh, no.
But I'm just saying, those three plays right there, Rich, it led to 91 of his passing yards, and it led to 17 of their points. I'm not sure if Eli's in there that he makes those same kind of plays. That small little in-the-pocket athleticism was a difference maker for Daniel Jones.
We all know his nickname should be the Dance Roll, right?
The Dance Roll. We going with that? We're not going to
go with that. No, we're not going to try to sell that.
Okay.
Browns fans tailgating in Baltimore, Maryland. Boy, these fans, they thought they had a 12-13 win season staring them in the face. What a start it has been for the now 1-2 Browns.
And then we'll be all set to go with you.
Something special brewing in Cleveland, Ohio.
One of the most talented, youthful offenses that we've seen.
Will they live up to the hype?
Mayfield looks and throws. That is picked off. This is just a bad situation.
Don't hit the panic button.
Nobody's panicking.
4th down and 9. They're going to run it. Yikes.
We can't have continued mistakes.
4th down. Baker back. Throws. Intercepted.
You know, if you're looking to blame somebody, blame me. Don't blame any of our players.
This is a nightmare.
Have to hit the reset button, look at the film, learn from it.
I thought the days of that were over.
Mike Garafolo is in M&T Bank Stadium for this big AFC North tilt. Mike?
Rich, it's interesting we rolled that video right there because that's one of the questions I had for some Browns folks this week. Is it the pressure that's getting to Baker Mayfield, the pressure to perform after all these expectations? And they said, well, really only Mayfield himself can answer that. But from a technical standpoint, what they would like for him is to step up into the pocket a little bit more rather than trying to escape. They're okay with escaping. As a matter of fact, we heard Kurt just a couple of moments ago talking about Daniel Jones doing that. But They want him to keep his feet a little bit calmer and not just panic back there and figure he's got to escape immediately. Now, they're hopeful also that when they get Antonio Callaway, the wide receiver, back from suspension, that will help. And they're also not ignorant to the fact that maybe their offensive line just isn't good enough. I have been told via sources that they have spoken with a number of teams about possibly trading for an offensive lineman, maybe a tackle, so something to watch as we get closer to the trading deadline. Now to Mooch and Irv.
Okay.